Hi everyone, this is Mr. Fusion Designs and welcome to our channel. Today we have a build from Hachette. It is the Batmobile Tumbler. It is pack 10 all the way from issue 41 to 46. I'm excited about this pack because I've been working on a few mods for my interior, which probably I will be revealing today. So yeah, it's been really quite difficult to decide which design I want to go with. So we're doing the steering rack. Okay, great. Wow. So we're starting to put motors and taking cables off. Okay. And next issue, the chassis. That's great. So this is issue 41. Let's get on with it. So this is our parts in our box and nothing else in there. AIM screws, UM screws, EM screws, AM screws. Don't know what's in here. Okay, that's this part. They've sealed this, so that's part of our racking system. Wow, excellent. So it has grooves on this. And we have to put all this together, so let's just get on with this. So we have these parts that we need to put together. And with the rack facing like this, not like this with the grooves, you can see the teeth marks. So flip this over, just like that. And these are all metal parts. So I'm just checking, doesn't matter which goes which. They are both symmetrical and no difference at all. So this will go like that and the following like that. We need some EM screws. So let's take some out for us. So I'll dip mine in a bit of oil and I'm just going in. Let me just start this off and then lay it flat so it doesn't bend or anything. Once I start it, then I will lay it flat. So now we will screw this out in place. So that's one side done. Now the same on the other side. Just like that. And again, EM screw. Line this up. Alright, let's screw this in place. So that's both of them now screwed in place. So that's looking excellent. And let's get on with the next part. So this is my cables. We're going to need to locate number 2 motor. So with all this mess going on, let's try and find number 2 and I'll get back to you. So give us 1 second. We haven't seen this in a while, so this is our front end. And I have to say, this build is quite amazing. The way it's engineered, the heaviness of it, the parts. It's quite amazing. So, I have located number 2. And we have to put our motor, let me see, in, let's see, just in this location. So just like that, I'm putting my cables like that. Then we have a cover And I believe the cover needs to go this way round. So let's just get that in position. So something like that. And we're going to screw this with this is going to come out now, I think. We need some AM screws, so let's just open up this. So I got our screw ready. Let's line this up again. Should have done that in the first place, really. And making sure that this is in position. There we go, that's flat. And that's also locked in. I'm not sure if that is metal, so I'm going to dip mine a little bit in oil and get one side in. So that's now screwed in place. I believe that should be fine. And now we need to do something else with our rack. So we have our rack back. So you can see this is with the teeth. And it should be this way round. I believe so. And where are we? Like that. Let's just put our cable this way round. Making sure that we have this. Do you know what? I'm gonna put a bit of grease on that. Give me a second. So I got this. I can't remember where I got it from. It could have been eBay or Amazon. It is for these kind of parts. So I'm just gonna put a slight amount onto that. It comes with a brush. So that's all I'm gonna put. And let's put a little bit on here. And hopefully it will protect this in the long run. So that's all the amount I'm gonna put, maybe a little bit more. I'll clean that up after. So that's that. Now, like I said, so it's this way round with these pins facing downwards. And I'm already lining this up with these parts. So that's one there. Let's see, does this one seems much looser. Okay. I think it's fine. Yeah. Let's just line this up now. Oh, came off anyways. So we need some AIM screws. I'm gonna open that up. So I have our screw ready. And I'm gonna try and line this up again. Sorry, I'm just taking a bit of more time than probably I need to. But better to be a bit slower than rushing these things. So this will need to go into this position, which is a bit fiddly. Let's see. Hold that like that, I think. There we go. Now the other side. So that's both of them now screwed in place. That's checking that this does feel very loose. Okay, must be, okay. So now we need to put this back in position like that. Make sure that, I guess, that's like that. We need 2 screws. I have to locate a different screwdriver only because it's quite a small piece. I'm going to see if this matters, if to line these up, which I don't think it does, but you never know. Make that as straight as possible. And then in these locations, hopefully you can see, 1 there and 1 there, 2 screws. So 1 more on this side. So that's how that's looking. So I think it's looking promising. This can't move really anymore. So that's the end of this issue. That's how it's looking. So let's get on with the next one, next lot we have. So we have issue 42, quite a big box. So let's just try open this up. Goodness me. I love the logos on these. I might save this box actually, it's pretty cool. So we're gonna take a look at our magazine. And this is our chassis. So we have a lot to do. So we got some switches. And yeah, okay, great. Okay, so let's get on with that. So let's try open this up. I believe it's here. Slide this off. There's metal. I don't see anything else in here. Actually there was. So okay. So let's take a look at our chassis. So looking promising. We have, this could be either WM. It must be WM, not M. Yeah, WM. I think this is some tape. Yep, and that's some adhesive tape. So let's try get some of our parts that we need. Okay, we need switches 3 and I believe and 4 while I'm here. Let me see. Yes, 3 and 4. Now, saying that, I've taken a look at John's model making YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I suggest you to subscribe. He does an amazing job. And he said something actually very interesting today about these switches. So that's number 3. So we need to remove 3. And there's number 4 here. It's these are the switches for turning the wheels. And he swapped his around so the wheels don't jam, because the way it's currently at the moment, 3 to 3 and 4 to 4, when you turn to one side it stays to that side, and when you turn to the other side again it stays to that side. But what he has done, he swapped cables from 3 to 4, the 4 to 3, like he swapped them around, and that seemed to work. And he's located Hachette to tell them about the issue, and hopefully that could be the reason why this has happened. So with that, I'm going to continue the way this is. This is number 4. So hopefully we could see that. Where are we? Number 4. And we have number 3 here. Oops, number 3. Now I believe number 3 should be this side. and making sure that we have with the silver part, so this silver switch, this should just be into this position. You can see the hole there, and the way this is going, that just goes like that, and we need to screw this in place. So 1 second. So we have WM screws. Let's try and take 2 of these out. Well, these are quite long for this switch. It's saying to have this adhesive coating to cover this part. Let me just make sure that that is. And to tell you the truth, I'm not that comfortable with that. What I'm going to do could be overkill. Give me a second. I have some of this electrical tape. It's better to be a bit safer than sorry. I'm gonna cut a bit off, and just over this part, I know it's covered in a coating, but you never know. I'm going to just cover some of this up, just like that, and hopefully that should give it a bit more protection. And I'm going to just cut off some of this excess. Don't need that much on there. Actually, right there. There we go. Because I'm not sure if you need to hide cables or anything into this groove, so better not to cover them up. So that's like that, making sure that it's covered. Now with the switch, like I said, with this silver part facing towards this side, and just get this lined up and screwed in place. So that's one done. Let's make sure that that is flat, which mine is. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. So give me 1 second. So this is number 4 switch. There we go, number 4. And we need to do the exact same thing. I've put some tape, as you can see, and this will fit this way with the silver part towards the bottom. And I did put a bit of tape just to cover the connecting points, just in case it makes contact. But we're getting the WM screw in position now. So that's it. That's all of the all of the switches in place. So this is just like that, and hopefully that should be it. So let's get on to the next issue. Before, I'm so sorry about this, but that's the thing when you try to rush these things. I did have some of these adhesive tapes, which I'm going to install now. It says just to hold these cables down, which I'm going to do, and that should be it for this issue. So let's just put this like that. So that's one. And the same again for the opposite side. So just one here, making sure this is flat. Oops. It's me trying to line up things. I'm a bit weird like that. Okay. Try to make it as straight as possible, but that's it. So now that's the end of that issue. This is issue 43. And let's take a look at our magazine. And we have the left side of cage. So we have to take off some LEDs and bend them to a 90-degree angle and stick them to the side. So excellent. It should look like that. And we have the same thing on the next issue. So let's get on with it. So we have LED number 16. So we have to locate where is 16. 14. Okay, I found it. So this is 16 and 17. We need number 16, probably also 17 after, but let's take out 16. So this is number 16, as you can see, hopefully. Now let's take a look at what we have in this pack. And okay, I'm quite excited to show you this issue, only because you'll be seeing my interior that I've been working on. So these are some tapes and EP screws, which is going to be hopefully quite interesting for you. So let's bring over. So this is my body, and you can see there's a lot going on. There's a lot changed, and I've also done some tracks that you can slide your chair forwards and backwards. You can see the grills there. Same thing on this side, and there is a new steering column, as you can see, and it does move forwards and backwards, and it is adjustable. I've changed this over from where it was like that. Now it's facing like this. It looks a little bit more screen accurate. You can see also that's changed. And I was going to make a hole to go towards the front end, but I've decided this looks a bit more interesting, and it is a LED screen, and it does play whatever movie I would like or clip, and it all lights up. It has LEDs all in the center console, and we will see. I might light it up for you today. Let's see, there's a lot of cables which is here, and I might cut them shorter, not to have this much cabling, because it's not really necessary, because everything is in place. You can see I've done custom, each LED lights up each panel now, which is a big difference, believe me. So our LEDs, I was going to put new panels, screens here to animate differently. I'm just going to bend mines like so and fit these in. That is quite loose, so I'm going to put something there to make that a bit more stabler. And again, 90-degree into this section. So that's how that's looking. So I'm just going to put something there. I have some of this resin, because when I've done in the past glue, for some reason it didn't make things not good. It blew the LED up. So resin seems to be quite friendly on LEDs at the moment. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this resin just to hold this up, and it does dry clear too, which is a good thing. And I have my my UV torch, and give that a couple of seconds on the blast, and that's it. So now that's both of them held in place. So we have now our cage, which I believe just fits over the top of this, and there is this little groove here. Hopefully you could see that this will go. I should have seen that earlier, that way it would have been easier to do this. And then we put our cage like that, this way showing, you can see the L, and we will line this up and not to cause any obstructions to our cables. Get this in the position it needs to go. I think it's just more reinforcement. Actually, there's some pins here that you need to screw in. Sorry, not screw in. Put the pins in the holes. And that's making this cable to come out where it needs to come out. So make sure that's there, and then push these pins in place, I believe. One more here. It's giving me a little bit of issue. Trying to put these in place. Okay, that was a little bit more difficult than it should have been, I think, but it is in place now. And we have 1, 2, and 3 screws. These are EM screws. Sorry, these are EP screws. So we need 3 of these. So let's just get this in place now. So that's 1, 2, and 3, all in place. I think that's fine. I don't think that's gonna make any issues the way this is. That seems to be okay. So that's the end of this issue. So let's continue to the other side. So this is issue 44. I believe it's just repeating on what we just did. Just on the opposite side. Oh my goodness. Wow. The televised kitty cat. Okay, goodness me. So yep, we're doing now the right side of the cage, and we need now number 17. And also, which you can see mine is modified, and we won't be needed this, but let's see. Yep, so let's get on with that. So we have our wires again. This is number 17 we need. So it's just here, a lot more easier this time to find. And let's remove again what we have. These are the cage and nothing else in here. EP screws and the tape, which I forgot to put my tape on the other one, which we will do now. So we have now this side to do. I really like my interior, how it's turned out. So let's just bend our LEDs in position. So 90 degrees one side, 90 degrees on the other side. So it goes like that. And one here. And like I did to the other side, I will put a bit of resin and glue that in position. And now making sure also that this will go like that, which I should have done on the other side, but it's okay, it still works. So I'm gonna just put the resin on here and get back to you. So now that's now in position, all stuck down. but we need to put our tape on, which I forgot to do on the other side. We will do now on this side. So this is how it came. So just one here. Just like that. One more here. And that does make it a lot easier to hold in place. I'll do the same after on the opposite side. And with this side you can see the R for right, and we need to put these pegs, where are we, in here. And there's one here, one towards the middle, and one this side. Okay, that went in now. Quite difficult actually to get them in, but once they're in, it lines up as it should. So again, we need EP screws. So that's 3 EP screws. So here, here, and here, I believe. Or was I correct? So no, actually it's one here. Sorry, it's 4 EP screws. So another one here. Same again on the other side. So that's all 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I didn't do... Or is that? No, we did miss one. So one more this side. And we can put our tapes. I'll put one there. And this here as well. So you can see we have our tape here, and that last screw there. So, and there is something I need to do. So we have, I might as well do it. We need to remove our LED strip, which is this one, and it should be number 6. Let's just locate it. It's good that we taking off the cables like that. It's makes it a bit easier, I think. Is this number 6? Yep, that's number 6 just there. And you can see it's just there 6 with the line underneath of that. And you would be, let me just see, like that. And you would stick this like so in this position, and with the cable it needs to be coming out of this groove. There is a groove there. I'm not going to stick mine because I might need this down the line or something. I might use it, I don't know. So it's no point of me doing this, taking it off, but just like that. And I'm trying to make it for you to imagine how it would be screwed in. This will go on here, and there's a screw there, and it would have been a screw in the middle and a screw just onto this side, and that's how this would be, and that would illuminate your panels. But as you can see, mine has been modified quite heavily, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to power this up. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to power this up. So there we go. Give me a second. There most likely will be a power mod. Let's see. it's quite bright. And you can see everything's lit up. There's a switch here that you can do all kinds of animation with the so yeah, it's pretty cool. And let me just stick maybe some lights on, and let's try and put our screen on. You can't hear it unfortunately from my filter, but I will try to do another video with it working so you could hear what it does. So let's try and power the screen also. There we go. Let's see if I could take some of the batteries off. Sorry, the lights off. That's a bit better. So, yep, it all lights up. I could put whatever animation I want onto that screen. So, that's looking really good. The steering wheel also, as you can see, lights up now. So, that should look excellent. You can see there's all kinds of things going on right there. So yeah, really liking that. Like I said, you can animate the way it is. So yeah, things are a lot better than what it was. Like I said, I was debating to see which modification I wanted to do, but I've decided to do this. I will do another video with it all lit up properly, and yeah, so I really hope you liked that. And yep, I'm gonna now remove this and get on with our next issue. So this is issue 45. I really hope you liked it. My mod that I did, that was really kind of the hold up about why I'm so behind on my issues, plus of my situation I had with my home, where I wasn't home nearly for 1 year. But we're continuing and everything seems to be going as it should, so I'm hoping to power that up with the remote. So we are working now with what's this, left shock absorbers. Okay, so we're back onto our front end. Excellent, so let's get on with that. So this is our parts. So we have CM and BM. These are our screws. Let's see what we have here. So these are, yep, all metal. And that's all I could see. So let's get these fitted on. So we have our front end and this section, and hopefully we could see, yeah, we just here we need to remove this screw. So let's get that off. Okay, this is a little bit difficult to see what we're doing. So you can see this shock absorber has been removed, and I think this arm goes like that. Then you screw this back on with another screw, but to me it seems to be a bit strange. Where does this screw to? Perhaps, like that in the air. Okay, I got it now. Sorry. I think I could show you. So this arm literally goes over this. There's no way to screw this, so it just fits over here, which then you can support it like so in the air. Okay, now I got it. You have to fiddle around with it so you can understand. So this is our BM screw. So now it goes through this shock support, going through to the other side, and that's it. So this is now left in the air like that. So now we have to turn this over. I'm going to put a mat down just to support, just in case there could be parts quite delicate. And with this turned over very carefully, take your time. We are removing 2 AM screws, which are this one and this one. See if I could get a bit close up. So these two. So now we have this arm, which I believe is just to support what we just done to the upper section. So I think that just goes like that, and it holds it in place. And we need 2 BM screws. So the screws we had previously, we can discard them. That's what it says. So just one here and the other on the other side. So that's how that's looking. Now we have something else to do. So now turning over once again, being very careful. So I believe it's this side, and that's showing the left side, which I believe we have to screw this in position. Just seeing, it must be like that. Yep. Making sure that it's the correct way, and we need some CM screws, which are these. So these are CM screws, and like I said, position this plate like that on this side. So that's both of them now screwed in position, as you can see, and that really wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought that's going to be a lot tougher, and nope, that's going quite well. So let's get on with the next issue. So this is our last issue. It is issue 46. Saying it backwards. So it should be the same thing what we just did. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so it should be a lot easier now that we know what we're doing. And okay, there we go. And we have some springs in the next issues. So let's get on with this. So I'm gonna put my mat down now. Bring over what we just did. So okay. We're working the opposite side, which was this, and we need to remove this screw. Or was it this side? Yes, it is. So this is the right side, which was here. So again, with this slots in place, hopefully you've seen that, it just slots around this just like that. And now we need to screw this. Our shock has dropped, so put our shock back where it was. and a BM screw just in this arm going into our shock. So that's all nice and tight there. Now carefully, without breaking anything, remove these two screws. So these two, which are, sorry, there was AM. So with this arm, let's see if I could get this a bit closer. This fits over what we just installed, like that. Hopefully you could see. Fits over and then slots in place. And let's just get this now screwed in. So these are BM screws. So that's now screwed as it should be. Everything is starting to take place now. Shape, I mean. So seems a bit more solid, everything. Which I'm glad to see that. And now with this plate, what we had left over, we need, it's the right side, flip that over, and that just needs to go into this position. And we need some screws. They are CM screws. So let's just get that screwed in place. So that's now screwed in place as it should be, all nice and tight. Everything is solid. And yeah, I have really enjoyed this pack. It has taken shape. You have seen also a modification I've been working on for quite a while. So we have also done chassis. Let's try. I don't think we could get everything in picture. Let's see if we can. So that's this part also we've done. So yeah, I really have enjoyed showing you what I've come up with. So with that in mind, if you could do us a massive favor, if you could hit that subscribe button and thumbs up, that would be helping us a great deal. Look forward to seeing you all next time, and goodbye for now.